Hey everybody, it's me, Aggie. Hello. So I recently completed this class for the Painter's Journey. It's called Americana Welcome. And you can kind of see the extra one right there on that table. Let me get the finished one. This one is the finished resin piece, and then I am so happy with how it turned out. So anyway, today I just wanted to share with you just a quick little painting session on painting the bluebonnets, the Texas bluebonnets. So we have our red, white, and blue flowers on our Americana Welcome piece, and you can sign up for this class at thepaintersjourney.com. We have it available as an individual class if you would like to take it. Or just come hang out with me and paint some bluebonnets with me. I might come back if you like this. If it gets a good response, I might come back and do the geraniums and even the daisies as individual little painting sessions. So let's move on over to the paint table, which you see on the other side of the screen, and get started. I don't have a tracer for this. I just went on Unsplash, and this photo is by okay, wait, let me grab the two photos. Did I print them out? I thought I printed them out. Oh, hold on. Oh, I meant to print them out, darn it. Okay, I'm going to have to stop and do that. Hold on. So one of them is by Daniel Adams. I like to mention their name. I never really do that. And this other one that I really like is by Matthew Lancaster. I don't know. I could have sworn. Oh yeah, this is the photo that I printed out. Hello. So I used it for my color matching. So this is what I'm going to use for my reference. I didn't create a tracer. This is just a down and dirty, quickie, let's hang out and paint together kind of a thing. So if you're watching on replay later, say hello. Let me delete this comment. Hey Lori, good morning. Trying to show your comment. There it is. If you're watching on replay later, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. If you happen to be from Texas, that's worth mentioning. Tell us that. I get a lot of customers from Texas. You Texas ladies are hi Doris. You Texas women are so supportive of artists. Thank you so much. So I thought I would, hey, let's paint some Texas bluebonnets for them, for the ladies. You guys can hear me okay, right? I'm assuming you can, or you would have told me. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my reference, and I posted this on, you can just do a search on Unsplash and print it out and use this as your guide if you would like, or look at it on your phone. Looking at it digitally might be better than printing it out, because sometimes our color printers change the colors. But let's head on over and get started. Quit gabbing, Aggie. Turn these lights off. I don't need them on while I'm doing this. And every once in a while, I'll come back over and check the comments. But for now, I just want to go ahead and get started. So what I have here, I don't know if you're going to be able to find these, but I found this at Dollar Tree. Actually, it's actually $5 tree now, right? Or whatever they call it. But these were a $1.25 item, and it's just a block of wood. I think they're called books. I tried finding them online. I couldn't find them online. They only had them at one of my Dollar Trees in my area. And I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 different Dollar Trees kind of close by. So here's what I did. If you're, if you come up with an idea of something that you want to paint, first find your substrate. What do you want to paint it on? What do you got laying around? And I just used house paint on this. White house paint, latex interior, ceiling paint, the cheap stuff from Walmart, as my base layer on the wood. First, I seal the wood. I do like using GAC 100 by Golden so that the wood tannins don't seep through later on. So first I did that, sanded it lightly, put the house paint on. Then I took a piece of copy paper and I just took a ballpoint pen and kind of figured out, okay, what size do I want to make these? Where do I want to place it? And I just did a really loose sketch with a ballpoint pen, literally. And I was looking at this as my reference. So I will walk you through my thought process. This is just so super quick. I mean, I literally just took this and drew the size of it on here, right? And then looking at this reference, there's some things that I noticed, and I tried to incorporate that into the sketch. I knew I wanted to have 3 because you always want to be odd, and I wanted this space on this side to be a little bit open. So first I drew this one, and then I drew one kind of angling that way and another one kind of that way and curved. Try to make them different and not evenly spaced because our brain does that, right? And then what I noticed is they have these like crown tops to them. I took a pencil to decide what's the overall shape of each formation because they're kind of, I don't know, elongated like that. Like where do the flowers start? And this one I decided I want going off the top, so it's kind of like that. And that's my guide for where all these petals are going to be. This one should be lower actually. Okay. And then I kind of figured out how much of this is going to be that top part. Maybe this much is going to be the lighter blue petals. And I mean, they do kind of have stuff like this going on, right? And all it is taking a few moments to observe what do you notice, you know, and kind of put that in there. Then I noticed that there are these stalks that come out, and I kind of do want to see them. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 or 9 rows. And they're kind of alternating of these stalks that kind of come out, right? And then we're going to have fun just painting these like petal globs, loose and fun. So putting those little horizontal stalks in there is going to just help me to remember to leave some of the stem showing. That's all I did. Then I looked at the leaves, and the leaves have this cool, they kind of look like this. The leaves are flowers themselves. They kind of all come out of one stem point on the stem. So I thought I'd have one sprig of leaves here and some of them, you know, at the bottom here. Just want to have an indication of leaves. And that's really all I did. Okay, so we spent a few moments just observing what are some things we notice. We don't have to make this realistic. I'm just inspired by the rows of stalks, the shapes, the color, and the way the leaves form into this clump flower thing too. So that's what I'm going to try to capture on this. And I'm not even going to use a tracer. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to grab this pencil needs to be sharpened. Grab my pencil. Good morning, Liz. And Liz is a Texas lady. Are you going to do this with me, Liz? Hi, Shelly. Good morning. Hello. How's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday, right? Happy hump day, middle of the week. How is your week going? So there are my 3. You can't really see that, can you? There are my 3 stalks. That's going to go like that. That one's going to go like that. This one's going to go like this. I'm going to have one little stalk of leaves coming up over here. Maybe right around here is where the tippy top of it is. I'm just giving myself an indication of the tippy top of this is where there are lighter petals, if you will, lighter colored formations. So then I'm putting some of these stalks in here, just little indications for myself. I'm keeping this loose. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, and then here is some leafy stalks that I'm putting in very, very loosely, right? So I'm not going to draw in where my petal blobs are going to go, my blue petal blobs, but I know where they're going to go, right? All right. That's really all you need to get started. I'm going to grab my kneaded eraser. and just kind of maybe lighten up. Now that I've got that on there, I don't need this whole big thing. I've got a rough indication of where that is. Okay, so now for the color mixing, I am using professional grade paints. I'm using golden fluid acrylics, but it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you have, but I do recommend phthalo blue green shade and ultramarine blue. And I'm also using quinacridone magenta. An alternate color blue, this cobalt is really pretty. Of course, I'm using gesso for my white. And then to make the green leaves, it's a mixture of Hansa yellow and ultramarine blue. So those were my color mixes that I tested out on the plate. That's what I have here. And I'm going to mix up a little bit more of it now because I think I might need that. So we'll go through that together. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more ultramarine blue out on my plate. Oops, that's a lot of ultramarine blue, but oh well, that's okay. I've got a paper towel, I've got some water nearby, so I'm going to grab my little palette knife here and bring some of this blue over here. A bunch of yellow, that was probably way too much blue. So that'll be my green. That'll be what I use for my greens. Right there. For my blues, I think I might have enough. Let's make a little bit more. Put some more white on my thing, my palette. And I'm just using a styrofoam plate. So there's my white, ultramarine blue. I used ultramarine blue and white. And I thought it needed a little something else, so I added some phthalo blue, which I ran out of. Let's get some more phthalo blue green shade on the palette. So I have a little bit of that mixed in here too. This mix is, like I say, phthalo blue green shade and ultramarine blue. This mix right here. Maybe put a little more of this in there. So it's a slightly darker blue. And I can make it darker if I need to. Then I've got, this one is phthalo blue with white and quinacridone magenta. And this one is ultramarine blue and, wait, which is which now? I think I had phthalo blue. I don't remember which is which, but you can try phthalo blue and quinacridone magenta and white. That's probably what this one is, right? Phthalo blue, quinacridone magenta. I just don't remember which pile was which. Maybe this was that. This is the phthalo blue with quinacridone magenta and white. So it's kind of a purpley color. And I think this one, oh, this one was the cobalt. This one is the cobalt blue and white. So anyway, you just want a few different shades. That's all, no big deal. So we're going to start off with our stock. We're going to get our green stock in here first. You could use a palette knife if you want, if you're comfortable with that. But I'm going to use a liner brush. So I've got a nice small liner brush here. Dip in the water first. And let me grab some of this. And just make a really pale green stem or stalk, whatever you want to call it. Need a little bit more water in here. I have found that when I'm painting lines, I need to add a little bit more water so that it flows off my brush easier. So there are bits of that up in this top here. So I'm just going to be real loose, indicate that somewhat, and then I'm just going to paint a line coming down. Don't think about it too hard. Just boom, 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 boom. And your stem. These are meant to be quick little paintings that you can sell and make some money, make some profit. That's what we want you to be able to do. And then here's another stem with these leaves kind of all coming together in one spot. That's really nice and loose. And then I'm going to put a few indications of these like horizontal stalks that we talked about, right? They're coming out from that center stem. And I don't know how many of these are going to really show. Well, so now I want to make a slightly different color. Let me grab some white, oops, and yellow. Make it just a little bit different. So maybe there'll be just a couple of leaves that are more yellowish. Okay, then let's grab our original green and loosely put that in. And I'm just really doing really quick, simple strokes. I'm going to grab a different brush now. So this is just slightly bigger. It's a dagger brush, but you know, you can use a 1/4 inch flat or a round, whatever you have. And I'm just going to use a slightly different green now. A little bit maybe bluer. I don't really like that color. Let's add more yellow and white. I don't want it to be too dark, but I do want it a little bluer. Okay. And I'm just going to put more of an indication to give it like a base, I guess you could say, of greens down there. Okay, so now I'm going to use this same dagger brush. Well, you know what? I'll use a round brush because more than likely that's what you have. So I'm going to use a decent size round. This is a number 6, but it really looks like an 8. I'm going to wet it first. And if you want, you can practice your strokes. You can practice these petals. Let's do that super quick on the little sketch that we made, right? So there are different colors, but for now, I'm not going to worry about the color. I just want to practice my strokes. So I'm just going to grab some light blue. And if I hold my brush more vertical, I can get a certain look. So I'm going to basically push down, lift up, and pull to the right. Here's one where I'm pushing down and pull to the left. Now maybe this brush is a little too big. Yeah, it might be. So practice just pushing and pulling and dotting and even pushing down and turning, blobbing, I call this, and see if you have the right size brush. I think for this size, this might be just a little too big. So let's get something a little smaller. So that was a 6. Let's see if I need to go find a 4. Hold on, let me go grab a 4 if I have one. Okay, this is a 4. And I'm going to check comments real quick. So happy to see you doing bluebonnets. They are so beautiful in our fields. Oh, I wish I could see them in person. I love having cobalt in my paints. Yeah, I know. Cobalt is really, really pretty. It's kind of a neutral but perfect blue. You know? Hi, Linda. Okay, so I've got a 4. Let's see how this compares. So I wet it first. I always wet my brush first. And let's just dip into this. This is the cobalt mixture. And, you know, maybe my brush was a little overloaded. So this is one reason why I like a palette with a rim like this, is that I can kind of load up the brush and then twirl it and wipe it against the rim. Just wipe it off a little bit to offload some of the paint. And so now I'm going to come in here and see, yeah, this looks like this will be about right. I want you to practice on a little piece of paper like this because it's going to give you the confidence and the looseness. Now see how pretty that looks, especially if you don't have your paint totally mixed and you see a little hint of white in there, which is what they look like. If you really look at this, we see hints of white and pink in there. Who knows? Maybe let's try that. Let's try dipping in just a little bit of the quinacridone and see what happens. Just a tiny bit. It might be kind of crazy. Oh, you know what? I love it. Yeah, that looks fine. In fact, let's get some more pink. Maybe what you want to do is put just a couple of little sprigs of pink. You know, I'm going crazy with the pink. And then paint over it with your blue, if you like the pink. And that was quinacridone magenta. Now let's go over it. Just super quick. We're going to kind of obliterate some of that. I like that. I like that hints of pink. I hope it's showing up. Okay, so let's go do the real thing now. Are you nervous? Are you ready? This is meant to be just a quick, fun, loose style of painting, okay? Because we can come back and add glass and resin to this. And did I show you guys? Yeah, I showed you at the beginning how my the glass and resin Americana Welcome turned out. Did I show you that? I think I did. I don't want to touch it right now because I've got paint all over my hands. All right, so here goes. I'm going to start with, let's start with this one, this color right here. And let's just go for it. I'm going to get a little pink. Ooh, yeah. Now I'm going to grab a slightly different color, this more dark blue. And I'm not even worried about, you know, mixing it all together totally. So see how you can see a slight indication of another color in there? I love that. So now let's load up some of this somewhat lighter color. So kind of just turn your brush and just put down globs. That's all we're doing. We're putting down globs. Globs and blobs, right? Get this other color over here maybe. And that might be about it, to tell you the truth. Maybe I'll come back in with just a little bit of my straight ultramarine with a little quinacridone on there and just kind of, kind of poke that in a couple of places maybe. Oh, I like what that did. But you should constantly ask yourself, is it too much? Am I adding or taking away? So I think I'm right there. That's right about where I should stop. And now look how quick and easy that was. Okay, so then at the very top, I want to put the, like maybe like an icy blue, lighter, a lot lighter, like this maybe even kind of white. Actually, it's also kind of greenish, so I'm going to come back in. Well, I think that's enough green showing. That's probably fine. And then what do you think? What else do I need here? Maybe just a slightly different green here and there. Just a little bit like darker or something. Yeah. And if you want to have just a little bit of a focal point somewhere, our dark is what helps us establish focal point. So I'm going to go back to this guy, this liner brush, and figure out where I want my darkest green to be, kind of creating a focal point. And maybe this one right here, this one will be my focal point one. So I'm going to put just a couple of really dark greens here. And then I'm going to put a bright color. When you put a bright color, a nice vivid color, that brings attention too. So right here where I've got a dark, I'm going to put just a little splash of pink. That'll definitely pull my eye there. Maybe I'll just hit it now with some straight up white. So because that's different, that's also going to bring your eye there. It's just a couple of slightly different looking things going on. And that's really all you need, my friends. If you wanted to paint a background in, you certainly could. That might really add a lot. So let's see, what would be a good color to put with this? Maybe a more, maybe another green. Let's try a really pale, maybe something like this that I'm getting here. Let's see how that would look. And basically what I'm thinking is I'm going to leave white around, basically cutting in around this. Like outlining the entire thing. And it looks a little weird at first, but we'll get there. Just hang out with me. So I'm just basically outlining all the way around all of this stuff here. And if I make it even grayer, it will really, I put just a tiny bit of my, oops, maybe that was too much. I put a tiny bit of the quinacridone in there to make it a little grayer to see how that would look. And of course, I need more white now because I want it to be kind of neutral. Oops. That squirted out way, way, way too much. But no problem. And you know, the other color you might even like a light blue, a blue gray, maybe Payne's gray mixed with white. Yeah, I like the softer color. And you can do this with a lot of your paintings. It's kind of fun sometimes to change the background. A lot of times I do add the background in last. Kind of gives a nice painterly look. And of course, if you don't like something that you painted previously, you could just cover it up now. Like we could paint over this whole thing and redo that. Which is the reason a lot of times why I paint in a background. Shh, don't tell anybody, it's our secret. So now it's just a subtle pale green color. I can make it go a little bit darker at the bottom too if I want. So it's up to you how much you paint into that. Totally up to you. You know, you don't even have to really come in there and do any of that if you don't want to. So let me know in the comments if I should come back on and show you how to glass and resin this. So yeah, I am also broadcasting this on my YouTube channel, and I hope that you will follow me over there. It's Agnes Friedlander Studio on YouTube. I've been neglecting my YouTube page, but I'm really going to make an effort to get on and do something every week with you guys. How does that sound? Okay, so I think I do want to add a sprig of leaves back in. It looks like it needs it. Linda says, yes, please. Is that to the glass and resin that you're saying that, Linda? Probably. All right, so a little bit more of this. And what I should do is have some pointing this way, right? Yay! Easy peasy, right? Does this look like something that you think you can do? Let me know. I am curious. I'm just putting a little more detail in here and there. Okay, it's always a good idea to pull back, look at it from a distance, and make sure that you're not overdoing, which I'm right on the verge of, I can tell. I just want a couple of leaves to overlap my greenery just a bit. All right, that's it. I'm stopping. All right, my friends, I'm going to see if you guys have any questions. I'm going to cover up my paints. I think I'm going to go do another one of these. I think I'm going to go do another demo over on our other website. Shelly and I have the Painter's Journey on YouTube, and I think I want to do another one with adding, putting, what do you call? Oh, what's it called? Let me go grab it. Oh, I forget the name of it. Where is it? My modeling paste. Yeah, I think I'm going to add modeling paste and do another version of this with modeling paste. Wouldn't that be pretty? All right, let's check comments. Hello. Put my light back on. Theoretically, what? I know, we're all about the glass and resin, aren't we? We just really are. All right, let me move this away. How does it look? What do you think? Oh, it's too low. Yeah, so here is the paint dry enough for me to talk? Hi, Denise, how are you doing? I know you're going through a lot of stuff with your mom. I hope she's okay. Yeah, so here it is again. Ooh, you can see my red metallic glass, how pretty that turned out on there. Ooh-wee. So yeah, I can, if you want me to, I can come back on and show you how to do the glass and resin on this. So I think these would make great little things to sell. You can do them really quick, and who wouldn't buy it? So tell me what message you would have on yours. Would you want to have some text on this? Maybe a state map, a state outline of, oh, I forgot to turn off that the live stream will begin shortly. Hello, the live stream began a while ago. I need a producer. What can I say? So what would you have any type on here? Or would it just be as is? And if so, what would the message be? Comments. The other thing too, would you want a cutout in this? Or is this something that you think it's just better to paint it? Let us know that too, because we design cutouts to go with a lot of our classes. Also, let me know if you want me to do a geranium or daisies. So it's good to come up with these ideas to do these little paint sessions for my YouTube channel. I would let the flowers speak for themselves. Good idea. I think I would too, Liz. Yeah, I think I would too. My stem, you can barely see it, but you know what? You see it enough. All right, you guys, that's it. How long did we take? 38 minutes. I can't seem to do these any faster than that. A cutout would add dimension. Yes. Yeah. And we love that dimension, don't we? I didn't realize how beautiful the little leaves are, that they make flower formations themselves. You know, good morning, Tammy. How are you? She says, bye, I'll watch the replay. Oh, you're very welcome, Liz. I need to do more stuff for my YouTube channel. So, all right, you guys, that's it. Let me know what else you'd like to see me do. Happy to hop on here and do it. Maybe tell me what time would be a good time too. I need to figure out a time and be consistent. All of you guys, if you want more presence on your social media, it's consistency. That's like one of my weaknesses, but I'm working on improving and being more consistent. And then we will all conquer the world when we are more consistent, right? All right, my friends, I will talk to you later. And don't forget, if you're a member, tomorrow we are starting our nest. Let me grab it. We are starting our spring nest. Here's my cutout. Look at how gorgeous. You can see it good against my sweater background. We're starting this class tomorrow in the Painter's Journey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can always go check out our website, thepaintersjourney.com. You can order the cutouts, you can sign up for the class individually, or you can join our membership for $47 a month. There, I launched into a full-on commercial. All right, you guys, have a good day. Bye.